And let's continue, shall we? Now, last time we left off, we finished Snake's route, essentially. Here. I still wish there was a way we could get the ending text associated with these. Just to sort of remind us what we went through to get there. I think that'd be a neat touch. But we're left up to figuring out what to do next. So I gave you 5 choices. Number 1... Where was it? Leave a guard, or instead of moving the weapons. I was gonna say, because what we got through, I suppose, the true ending aspect of that route was a general sense of what happened that triggered Snake to make his move. So went through that. Our choices were to leave a guard for the weapons cache instead of moving it, search with pig and monkey instead of tiger and dragon, which is the choice where we discover the weapons cache. Search with bunny and dog instead of tiger and dragon. Or go way back to our first searching. We go with horse and sheep instead of ox, or go with snake and rooster instead of ox. So the clear winner at this point is searching with bunny and dog. Second place, leave a guard. Third place, go with horse and sheep instead of ox. So, let's figure out where we... I believe we're going here. This is our second round of searching. We're going to go with bunny and dog. Decided bunny and dog seem like the safest people to explore with. Awesome! The more the merrier. So you tagging along? Neat. The two both seemed to know what they were doing. We did get that odd factoid where Dog had some strange gold ornamental knife on him when Snake killed him. Hopefully we'd be able to efficiently work together. Let's not waste any time then. These minor trinkets aren't going to find themselves. Everyone, same deal as last time. I know I put that poll up before you saw the end of Snake's route. So I suspect if you had the chance to vote after you saw the end of Snake's route, you might have gone towards hanging out with Snake first might have gotten more votes, because we know that Snake found a minor trinket that he kept hidden. And obviously took more minor trinkets off of people who died. Same deal as last time. Before the end of the round, remember to input a move and meet up back here. Thanks for the reminder, Ox. We'll be sure to listen. Now come on, team, let's get to looking. Group split off, and the 3 of us began wandering the school. So where do you want to look? Wherever you want. Well, I asked you first. Nice memory. Okay, what about Mouse? Do you have any ideas? Not in particular. Do you? I mean, if no one else has a preference, I think it might be nice to poke around the 3rd floor. Alright, let's go there. Okay. Cool. Wow, this is the most low energy squad we could have teamed with. Without much resistance, we made our way to the 3rd floor. Like, if only Ox had gone a few extra steps and organized a more efficient search, we might have been through this way faster. Once there, we tried looking for a good room to check. Except Dog didn't look like he was looking too hard. I saw Dog singing absent-mindedly to himself. You have so many relationships in this life. 1 or 2 will last. Go through all the pain and strife, then you turn your back and they're gone so fast. Oh yeah. Dog. So hold on to the ones who really care. In the end, be the ones there. Get old and start losing your hair. You tell me who will still care. Fuck. Bop, bop, da, bop, do, bop, da, bop, do, ba, dee, do, da, bop, bop, do, ba, da, da, ba, da, da. Yeah, yeah. The hell kind of song did you listen to? Hey guys, I think there's something in there. Is that fucking Hanson? Jesus Christ, that's a God. How old are you, dog? Bunny called over to me and Dog and pointed us to what appeared to be an open-aired forum. I walked in and sure enough I saw a safe sitting on the desk. Huh. Guess Brian didn't feel too much like hiding this one, huh? Something tells me finding the safe's not going to be the hard part. Yeah, you're almost certainly right. Let's get this over with. Dog walked over to the safe and read the note taped to the top of it. I can't stand lawyers. Hulk Hogan, please find my deceitful students. That's all it says. I wonder what that could mean. I get the sinking feeling this is going to be some sort of puzzle. Unfortunately, I agree with you. Hey, over on the backs of these chairs, there's little sheets of paper. Get little statements and 2-digit numbers above them. I'm starting to see the picture here. Safes of 4-digit combinations. We're probably looking for 2 untruthful statements. How many chairs are there? A lot. Great. Well, no time like the present, right guys? Those are some words that you did indeed say in that order. Let's get searching. We started looking on the backs of these chairs. However, I quickly noticed something weird. Am I wrong, or do all these seem like lies? Make a good point, Mouse. You're just trying to say things that sound false but are actually true. How does that work? Like, look at this one. Devil offered me a deal. Would give me $200 bills, and then he'd make a statement. The statement is false, then I'd give him back just one of the $100 bills. The statement is true, then I'd keep them both. Obviously, I rejected this deal because it's horrible for me. It's just not correct, right? Start off, the devil doesn't exist. So we could say that's a lie from the start. You don't believe in the devil? Heretic. I mean, obviously I believe the devil could exist. I don't mean to offend. I don't care. It's obviously not about whether or not the devil is real. It's about whether or not that's a good deal. And it's not. Why? At worst you get to keep a $100 bill? I mean, I know deals with the devil are always supposed to screw you over, but I don't see how that could be the case here. You studying to be a lawyer? Boy, do you have a long way to go. Excuse me? You'll either give me one of these $100 bills, or you'll give me $1 million. Huh? The devil will just have to say that. Ah. Give him one of the $100 bills, the statement's true. In that case, giving the $100 bill would be in violation of the contract. After all, if the statement's true, you have to keep both the bills. But if you didn't give him one of the $100 bills, you'd have to give him one of those $100 bills, moving it back around to being true. The only thing you could do without violating the contract is give the devil his $1 million, or whatever the other condition he specified. Huh. Guess you're right. Nice sleuthing, dog. But hold on. That's just one thing. There's plenty of impossible statements. Like, look at this. Boys in my school are more likely to get detention for getting caught making trouble from Monday through Thursday than the girls. Boys in my school are more likely to get detention for getting caught making trouble on Friday night than the girls. Monday through Friday, the girls are more likely to get detention for getting caught making trouble than the boys. What? Monday through Thursday, then the girls. Friday, then the girls. That's a blatant contradiction. Boys in my school are more likely to get detention for getting caught making trouble from Monday to Friday. Getting caught making trouble, getting caught making trouble, getting caught. How's it a contradiction? If the boys are more likely to get detention for getting caught making trouble on any given day, then how are girls more likely to get detention? Just a matter of averages. Oh, right. Okay. Let's say that Monday through Thursday, the odds of getting detention when caught, 95% for boys and 90% for girls. Teachers just don't have time for the kids' shit. On Friday, they're feeling more generous, and the odds decreased to 15% for boys and 10% for girls. Now, boys, they're rambunctious, and the idea that they're almost out for the week makes them act out. They get caught for trouble a lot on Fridays. Girls, on the other hand, might be more even in their troublemaking, and therefore the majority of the times they're caught ends up in the Monday through Thursday camp. If that's the case, then statistically speaking, girls are given detention upon being caught more often than the boys. It's because the majority of their cases happen in the period where detention is universally more likely. Simple. It's not that simple. That actually makes a lot of sense. You're starting to make me feel bad. Not my intention. Look, it's the same trick for all these puzzles. Can't buy into whatever the student's trying to say. If you look at just the facts written and not the story they're trying to tell, you're a lot less likely to make false assumptions. That last riddle, it was never a contradiction. It just gave 3 facts. It's up for you to figure out what those facts could actually mean. Man, you're really smart, dog. In a practical sense. I'm so lucky you decided to join us. Just drop it already. What? The friendly face act is exhausting for me, then it's gotta be a pain for you. But just don't. Oh. What are you talking about? I know about Bunny from his boss. Chief of Police Bowen. What? But... Dog's ex-police, and he's drinking buddies with his old pal Bowen. Ah. Huh? Ex-police? What's that about? Just couldn't handle the tough work, seeing all the horrors it brought, so he turned to the bottle. Got to the point where he couldn't keep working on the force. Instead, he opened a place where he could see worse alcoholics than him and feel better about himself. Well, damn. Hey now, for all you know, I left because I didn't want to be complicit in the shit show the force has become. Huh. Do you really expect any of us to buy that when you're still buddy-buddy with Bowen? Well, guess you're right. Complicit? Long story. Not worth the energy. I don't know what you think you know about me, dog, but I doubt you have anything to substantiate the fact that I'm faking anything. Of course I got nothing substantial. I know your record. What I recall from my time on the force, there aren't any cops like you who are authentically this people-pleasing. Just my 2 cents. On account of the fact that no one asked, I'd ask you to keep that shit to yourself, unless you got anything of substance to say. Well, sorry, I think I got a little intense there. I think being trapped here is getting to me. Anyway, let's start working on this safe puzzle. Time's a-tickin'. Yeah, good call. Well, and just like that, the increasingly tense atmosphere vaporized and went back to looking for genuine lies. Funny how we're talking about genuine lies when we're dealing with 2 people who are not 100% upfront genuine. Bunny's clearly not genuine. Dog is trying less to be genuine, but Dog's happy cover-up face is just being really apathetic, I guess. I saw a few more seemingly false statements, figured out they were true. Standard stuff. Then I came across a statement that struck me odd. I am blind. However, if you give me any pile of coins and tell me how many are heads up, I can make 2 piles which have the same number of heads up coins. I remembered Dog's advice and realized something. What is this statement? I feel like it's true. If you took a pile of coins equal to the number of heads up, flipped all of them, you'd always have 2 piles with an equal amount of heads up coins. This wasn't a lie. Good thing I didn't falsely claim this was one of the wrong statements. A bit later, Bunny cried out that he had found the 2 lies. Tried inputting the numbers found above his statements into the safe, and sure enough, it unlocked. What's inside? It appears to be a bell. There's an encrypted number on it. Forgot this piece of paper. Second call. Use this item and it will act identical to the last item activated. A major trinket! It's an echoing effect. Basically, it can copy any other item being used. Hey, this is as good as if we found a minor trinket. Yeah, great work. Not bad. It's been quite a bit of time trying to solve the puzzle, but in exchange, we found a minor trinket. If we kept at this rate... Major trinket. If we kept at this rate, we'd be out of here in no time. Anyway, the time's starting to get low. How about we input our actions in separate rooms and return to the cafeteria? I don't not want to do that. You know you can just say sure, right? Where's the fun in that? You have fun answering simple questions in slightly roundabout ways? Marginally so. Neat. Now let's do that thing I just said. With the still tense atmosphere, we left the forum and entered separate classrooms. Without much thought, I pressed the run button. No reason to do anything else, right? After that, I swiftly headed back to the cafeteria. Pretty much everyone else had already gathered when I arrived. Well, so there you are. You won't believe this good news. 2 more minor trinkets have been found. In no small part, thanks to yours truly. You're welcome. We actually found a major trinket, but it will work like a minor trinket. Yes, that's all very well and good, but now could you all be quiet? They're about to show the race results. Why does it matter? Isn't it obvious what they'll show? Better to keep a close eye on them regardless. Before that discussion could continue, the speakers cut on. Round 3 has ended. Let us see how the race has progressed. Boop, 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 boop. Well, success. Before round 4 begins, I have an announcement to make. What? There's an additional rule I have yet to inform you all of. A quirk of the race, if you will, that you all may be interested in. No doubt those of you who check the information tab will have noticed that each of you have a personality assigned. Oh, okay, I think we can skip through this. Is there a skip function? Oh, victorious personality. First off, I'll talk about the victorious personality. Victorious personality wants to finish the race in first place, just like everyone else. However, this personality type isn't content with a big ol' shared victory. For this personality to be satisfied, no more than 3 animals can tie for first. If this condition isn't satisfied, the animal with this personality will be treated as if they have lost. They will be punished accordingly. Wait, but that means... Are you kidding? That's crazy. No. The other personality to take note of is the defeated personality. Unlike the other personalities, this personality doesn't actively wish to win the race. The animal with this personality wants to be in last place when the race finishes. If that happens, all animals except those possessing the defeated personality and those possessing the victorious will be executed. However, this caveat is not applicable if first place is a tie between 9 or more animals. Uh-oh. What a farce. Does this guy think he's fucking with us? I apologize for not making these rules clear from the start. I fear you might think that this would have been good information to have from the start. And you know, you're absolutely right. Therefore, to make up for keeping this from you until now, this round will be extended by 15 minutes. Use that time to regroup. And as always, choose wisely. This couldn't be happening, right? There was no way. That bastard! So new personalities. New personality rules this time, so we're definitely on a different path. There's no way that was unintentional. Let us foster a false sense of peace. Then when we were sure about our safety, he introduced this bullshit rule which forced our hands. And no matter what, at least 2 people will have to die. This couldn't be right. I thought he said that if we did everything right, everyone could escape. It was our fault for believing that psycho for 1 minute. Is he serious? Probably. I have a feeling Dog's the defeated one. And people are gonna have to die, aren't they? Everybody, calm down. We can't descend into madness just like this. First off, the people with victorious and defeated personality types should just admit it now. It'd be best for everyone. You moron. You seriously think they'd just out themselves like that? They're not that stupid. It's not stupid. It's noble. Think about it. Either 11 people could die, or 2 could. It sounds better to you. If you confess now, we'll make sure you're honored after your death. That's seriously your offer. Doesn't sound worth it to me. Criticizing the offer? What, are you one of them? Nah, no way. Trust me, if I had one of those personalities, I'd admit it. Why would I hide something like that? Because you want to survive. Yeah, see, I'm not hearing a good reason. Everyone, quiet! If your personality is victorious or defeated, please speak up right now. Obviously, no one is going to blame you. Just want to come to an agreement. But if you don't speak up now, we'll have no choice but to treat you as an enemy. So please, think carefully about how you want to proceed. Those words, a plague of silence came over the room. No one even dared cough. It was as if you could breathe in the tension. I was hoping that maybe things could be resolved easily. However, it didn't seem as if we would be so lucky. Eventually, the monkey chimed in. Everyone actually remembers their personalities, right? Wouldn't be too odd for someone to forget such a seemingly useless detail. It's possible that the defeated and victorious personalities don't even know it themselves. Actually, I'm not super sure what mine is. And I think I remember correctly, but I'm not certain, you know? Maybe I should go check. Like how you don't remember. It didn't happen that long ago. But Dragon, what's the harm with letting people go check? Better safe than sorry, right? I think letting anyone retreat at this stage would be unwise. The flaws are twofold. First, it allows time for those with secrets to hide to compose themselves. At the moment, they're likely still flustered and more likely to slip up. Additionally, letting them just walk away and think by themselves will give them time for justification. The subconscious mind is awfully effective at convincing the conscious mind, but at once using sweet-sounding arguments. It's a saying that the best way to make a man murder someone is to give them a good reason and then give them time with nothing to do but think by themselves. It sounds like a bit of a reach, Snake. No, Snake's right. No one needs to check their tablet because no one needs to know their personality. It doesn't matter if you've been affected by this motive or not. Your actions needn't change. I'm sorry if this sounds callous or dismissive, but the simple fact of the matter is that we must prioritize saving the most lives possible. We must let Brian murder 2 of us to secure the safety of the rest of us. That's a trade we must make. This isn't self-preservation speaking. I swear I'd make that promise whether I was affected by that announcement or not. So then what's the plan, Chief? The plan hasn't changed at all. We're going to find all the minor trinkets and then we'll all reach the finish line at the same time. Hold it. Isn't it a super duper bad idea not to change anything now that we know about the personality types? Now there's a really good reason for someone to betray us. How exactly do you propose they'd go about doing something like that? You've heard everyone's abilities, and there's no quicker way of moving than all of us using the minor trinkets. If the victorious types tries to get ahead of the others before we begin using them, we'll immediately know their intentions. There the group could work against a common enemy and stop them. Once we get all the minor trinkets, we can make it to the finish line in a matter of 2 rounds. Even if the defeated type doesn't activate their trinket, more than 9 will receive a joint victory, so their immunity will be forfeit. I suspect that is why the 9-person caveat was added in the first place. Ox. I know why it was added. To encourage murder. I mean, honestly, that's the reason, right? Brian must have deemed it too easy for the defeated type to win had that rule not been in place. So ultimately, if we just proceed with this strategy, then 10 of us with normal personalities will be fine. Great! So there's really no need to fear at all. Thank God. You were all being awfully naive. What? Do you seriously think that those burdened with this rule would simply roll over and die? If they were willing to do that, they would have spoken up when we asked them to. Those with the will to survive will find some way to do so. To think they wouldn't is to underestimate their desire to live. Horse's words hung heavy. Of course he was right. If they hadn't outed themselves already, then the people facing harsher rules wouldn't be content with their things operating smoothly. The air would now be plagued with a brutal sense of distrust. How could we, when traitors lurked in our midst? But we had no choice other than proceeding with the plan, even if we knew something was likely to go wrong. So, what, are we just gonna go look for trinkets like nothing's wrong? I suppose. Oh, you're just so cool with us wandering. Oh, so you're just cool with us wandering around by ourselves at a creepy school when there are people who want us dead. I see, that's cool. Good leadership there. Wow, pig. Do you have a problem with me? The girl's scared, and who could blame her? You're the shitty commander not thinking about the safety of your grunts. Okay, well, do you have a suggestion? Move around in groups of 3. Tiger, horse, bunny, and myself will each be in one group. So all of them have someone who looks halfway decent at fighting. Sound good so far? Why did you not include me on the list of fighters? I'd give my opponents the people's... Shut up, Rooster. Get them screaming for their mommies, but their mommies won't be there because I'd have... Can you die first? Well, I would kill to test that theory by beating the shit out of you right now. We don't got that kind of time, so I'm just gonna move on by. Any real objections? No. Great. In that case, each of us should choose someone they're most suspicious of to keep an eye on. As for me, I choose Ox. Seriously. I just brought up how the traitors would try shit, and then you proposed we let everyone walk off on their own. That's a traitor move if I've ever seen one. I will look over sheep. Oh, wow. You suspect me? Not what I said. Gee, I don't think I suspect any of you. I guess if I had to pick, I'd keep an eye on Dog. For obvious reasons that he doesn't want to tell. What, do you think I'm lying to you all right now? You might be. I guess you're right. I want to keep an eye on Snake. That guy creeps me out. I don't trust his shifty eyes. How rude. Alright, Dragon. You split us up into 4 pairs. What now? For the 4 people not in a group yet, just pick someone. I don't really give a shit. What an elegant solution. Who gives a shit about elegance at a time like this? I got along swimmingly with Tiger earlier, and Snake seems like a nice fella. Those 2 shall make fitting partners. Well, great to have you on board. It'd be wisest to pick the group without a traitor in it, right? Yes? With that in mind, I believe the safest choice would be with horse and sheep. Oh, thank you. Do not worry, it is not a compliment. Realize that if I kept on doing nothing, I'd be left in a group without a say. There were only 2 groups left, so I had to pick now. Who to go with, Ox and Dragon or Buddy and Dog? Well, I feel like this is the relevant group. Naturally, I'm gonna go with Ox and Dragon. I'll go with Ox and Dragon. It's good to be able to work with you. There are worse picks for a 3rd. I like both of you. I guess that leaves me with Bunny and Dog. No, I should have picked something sooner. You're not happy being with us? I'm offended. To speed things up since time is now of the essence, I say we should only reconvene at the cafeteria once every 2 rounds. Sound good? Your thing. No one gave a shit about that in the first place. I don't... Alex, drop it. It's not worth arguing. Fine. So is this fine with everybody? The situation works, right? All good? Ooh. Let's just do it. Yeah, let's get to searching. We can totally do this. Now that's the spirit. Let's kick Brian's ass for thinking we can be fucked with. Yeah, whatever. Just get to searching. We don't have time for this shit. And just like that, our 4 groups of 3 split up. So where do we want to look? Does it really matter? Not really, but we have to make some sort of decision. Well, no shit, Sherlock. I'm just saying we don't need to waste time with some big discussion about this. Let's just start looking around. Fine. There are some classrooms on the first floor I haven't had a chance to search through. Let's start there. Alright, so that's where we'll go. Great teamwork, gang. Is that what that was? Didn't we just talk about not wasting time? Right, let's get started. Get started we did. We began walking around the first floor, searching classrooms as a group. When the three of us worked together, we were able to cover a lot more space than we otherwise would have been able to. Working with Dragon and Ox made scrounging around classrooms a cinch. However, there was one problem. We weren't actually finding any minor trinkets. It couldn't be helped. The school was unusually large, so we were bound to run across a number of whiffs. Still, I couldn't help but be annoyed that we were seemingly wasting time. I had to tell myself that that wasn't the right way of thinking about it. It wasn't wasting time. I was eliminating possibilities. Dragon didn't seem to share my optimistic spirit. Oh, for the love of fuck! Been searching for a while, and yet we found jack shit. Calm down, would you? I don't see what shouting about it is going to do for the problem. It's gonna stop me from hitting things. Then shout away. Actually, better idea. Let's take a momentary break from the search. What? Ox, you can't be giving up already. Where's your spirit? I'm not giving up on anything. I'm saying we should stop, split up, and enter our actions for this round. Yes, there's still a fair amount of time left, but it wouldn't hurt to get that out of the way sooner rather than later. At this rate, it is highly unlikely we'll be able to use the minor trinkets, so I don't see the harm in just pressing run now. Fine by me. No reason not to just input the actions now instead of waiting until the end. Yeah, good thinking, Ox. I'll stay in this room and you two can use the neighboring classrooms. Why do I have to move? Seriously, does every decision have to be a thing with you? Oh, forget it. I'll move to the next classroom, okay? Hey, don't misunderstand me. I'm fine moving. This wasn't cool with you bossing me around like that. Cares. Hey, didn't we talk about not wasting time on pointless conversations earlier? Which rooms we used with a half a minute to take to operate our tablets used to fall under the pointless conversation umbrella. Whatever. Oh, some charming pairs we have today. This episode. Without another word, Dragon stormed out of the room. With a sigh, Ox followed her. Okay, so there was room for improvement on the whole teamwork front. We could work on that. And since those two were gone, I could use this opportunity to choose an action on the tablet. It wasn't something I had to think about that much. Just press the run button, and that was that. And I waited for the two to return. Didn't take long at all for Dragon to return. However, Ox took a bit to come back. When he did, he looked perturbed. Ox, what's wrong? I might die soon. What? Yeah, I think most of us are kinda in that situation right now. It's tense for all of us. Obviously don't mean just because of the general death game. Look, when I went into the other room and turned on my tablet, a message popped up on it. A message? It said you've been poisoned. Veins are now infected with Kafka's toxin. What? Deadly venom will kill you at the end of the next round. What? Your only chance for survival is to drink the antidote. What is the antidote, you may ask? Blood from the dead body of the one who poisoned you. Cold shiver went over my body as Ox spoke. That can't be. Are you serious? Whoa. Fucking metal. Metal? That's your first reaction. That's a shocked dragon. I just call it how I see it. I shudder to think of the machinations of your mind. Well, fuck you too. Dragon! Ox has just been poisoned. This isn't the time for this. Just a literal poisoning, or is this a in-game poisoning? You know, you're right. I'm sorry. I already promised I wasn't gonna have any pointless deaths on my watch. Guess I gotta help figure out what's going on. Thank you. Anyways, what's the deal with that message? Talking about venom, right? think this has something to do with Snake? Did that prick refuse to tell us what his ability is? Maybe that's it. Maybe this is it. I doubt it. This is entirely different to all the other abilities. An effect of this scale means it seems more to the tune of a major trinket, wouldn't you say? Yeah, that sounds right. The major trinket of the snake? The Jade Emperor said that each animal was represented in a minor and major trinket. This must be the work of Snake's major trinket. Additionally, it is a fair assumption that the person who used it is either the person with the victorious personality or the one with the defeated personality. After all, they benefit from deaths. On the other hand, the fact that you two apparently didn't receive this notification means that the trinket has its limits. The culprit would have likely poisoned everyone given the chance. Perhaps the trinket can only poison one person at a time. It's a one-time use. When could someone have ever got their hands on a major trinket? Made a search in groups to stop something like this from happening. Someone could have found it before the end of the third round. Then they decided to keep it hidden for some unclear reason. Wow, Ox. Though you're in a horrifying position, you're still remaining composed. We were on the verge of death the moment we got here. This merely speeds up the timetable. Hell of a way to view things. Don't think most would see it the way you do. While from a distance it might not seem it, but being a prosecutor is actually one of the most stress-inducing jobs there is. Every day I'm involved in one way or another with numerous cases that will define other people's lives. One slip up and I let justice falter. One overexertion and an innocent man might be put to death. One careless statement and the people working for me will snatch my position. Don't take my work lightly. I spent the past 4 years in a state of non-stop tension. At this point, I'm numb to it. Wow, that's sad? Yeah, I think sad's the word for it. Would have preferred impressive, but whatever. Still, I envy you. Not many are in a position where they can hold their own death so lightly. Do not get me mistaken. In no way do I hold my life in low gravitas. I do not intend on passing without a fight. I will find who has poisoned me. I will not show them mercy. Oh, how dramatic. I'm loving your energy, Ox. The speakers in the room had suddenly kicked to life, and the Jade Emperor's voice played in with its familiar distortion. Brian, why are you chiming in now? Simply to mock me? Pretty much. I've got to say, I'm so glad you get to squirm. Don't get me wrong. Mouse and Dragon and all of you deserve to be here. But you, Ox, you really need a kick in the teeth. I was looking forward to see how much hamster fodder like you would hold up in this place. Hamster fodder? And now, looks like your death will be caused by a tool of corruption, one who carried out a malicious cover-up and killed my dad. How's that for irony? Irony? Anyway, I should leave you to your little mysteries. Figure out who poisoned you, or don't and die. I'm hoping for the latter. Ciao. And like that, he was gone. God, what a smarmy prick. That kid needs a kick in the groin. He needs a lot more than that. But what was that about a tool of corruption? A cover-up? You're just trying to get in your head. I don't think so. Why bluff about something like that? But no, he can't be right. Morris was guilty no matter what angle you looked at it. Evidence, testimony, motive, common sense, they all align perfectly. There's no way that could be faked. I didn't... Ox, snap out of it. This is why he'd bluff about something like this. He knew it'd get to your head. If there truly was some sort of cover-up involved, and if the person behind that cover-up poisoned me, this could be a clue. Yeah, I'm with Mouse on this one. Don't get overly worked up on this. I'm not getting overly worked up. Okay, fine. Sorry, you two, but for the sake of my life, I'm going to have to ask that I abandon the search for minor trinkets. The poison won't kick in until the end of next round. It leaves me with plenty of time to investigate on my own. I trust that you'll understand. Of course, do what you need to. Try and figure out who did it. Yeah, man, go for it. Doubt you're the type to be too dangerous when left to his own devices anyway, so there's no problem with you going on your own. I take offense to that. I could be in quite a lot of trouble on my own if I chose to be. Oh, so you want us to tail you? No, that won't be necessary. That's what I figured. Well then, I shall be off. With that, Ox excused himself to go begin his quest for self-preservation. With that, Dragon and I were left at an empty classroom. What a shit situation for him. Yeah, I don't see that this ending well. True. Better him than me, I suppose. Let's get back to looking for major trinkets. Is that the right move? What are you talking about? And you want to make sure that most people live through this, right? It seems to me like this poisoner is a big deal, don't you think? Shouldn't we try and find who it is ourselves? Ox said he had it. You can say that, but who knows if he actually does? Sure, if he had enough time, he'd probably be able to figure it out, but he's on a real time crunch. Our help might be able to provide some insight he won't be able to in time. Seems like a pain. I guess it beats searching through empty classrooms, huh? Alright, why the hell not? Let's play detective. I was always good at sniffing out the rats in my crew. This shouldn't be too different. Sniffing out rats? You know, snitches, cowards, the like. Can't have them around, you know. Make us look weak. Maintaining control is all about having every link of the chain be strong. If I might ask, how did you figure out who the rats were? Oh, I didn't do anything special. Bit of intimidation, bit of violence. Really whatever worked. Yeah, I think we might need a different strategy here. Really? Might get pushback from the group if we get that, extreme. Fine, whatever. You can lead our investigation. You're a lawyer, or whatever. Law student. Name Diff, you're smart, so you can be the lead. I'll just be your backup. You know, I like the sound of that. Mouse and Dragon, the dynamic duo. Yeah, partners in seeking justice. And that's enough of that. Okay. So how do we start this investigation? Where to interrogate first? Oh shit. Well, goddamn. I take tiger, snake, dog, bunny, sheep. This is a good point to say. You tell me who you want to interrogate. We'll do that next time in the Zodiac Trial. Till then.